Hey, all right, welcome back to Hot Rods with Spankies. Today we're going to make some sun visors. I'm a little skeptic on recording this video because I don't know how it's going to turn out because I don't have much to work with. So let me get this camera turned around and I'll show you what I've got planned to do to make some sun visors. All right, so this is what I've got to work with. I've got one sun visor from a 56 Ford that I've already taken apart, stripped it down from what used to be on it, which wasn't much. And the other sun visor is all busted up. And then what we need to do is make a new panel for this one. And luckily, we've got a panel to go with. And then we're going to wrap it in some of this 1/4-inch sandable foam, high density foam here, closed cell foam, which means you can sand it. And we'll get it to where we'll be able to put this material on. And this is what we did the material on for the truck. So let me take you over to the truck real quick and show you where they're going to go. Now, I did this truck before I was ever on the YouTube channel. So here's the headliner that I did. Custom aluminum console for the top. Wraps around headliner. Still got to finish up a few things. Seat, door panels, and of course it's missing the sun visors. Here's another shot of the door panel. We're going to talk about this truck later, but it was a really cool project. It's in for a few things. Updating the AC and tune up, etc. But anyway, enjoy this, and we'll see if we can't get some more video footage of it later. All right, so off camera, I made another sun visor out of the pattern that we had, and we've got them both hooked back to the factory bracket, just like they did from the factory. And what we're gonna do now, a while ago I said this was 1/4-inch foam, but it's really 1/8 inch, and I'm sorry about that. We don't need the 1/4-inch. It's gonna be too bulky. The sun visors will be too bulky. And if you wanted to use the So foam as a backing, but then the sun visors will be a little smushy, like maybe some of the aftermarket ones are. So what we're gonna do here, we've got some Landau glue. It's you can get through Wellwood and some other different companies. We're going to put this on the hard back of the headliner, or not headliner, excuse me, of the sun visor, and then you're gonna also put it on the foam itself. All right, so what I've done is I've taken the Landau glue and I have generously applied it to the sun visor board and the closed cell foam. We're gonna give this a few minutes to dry and get tacky, almost to the point to where you don't feel any tackiness at all. And then when the two glued up surfaces meet, there won't be any getting it off. All right, so we got this stuff tacked up. It still feels just a little tacky, but it doesn't feel wet. It's still shiny looking, but it won't dull down. So let me fold this over. It's really hard to do with the camera in my hand. I'm gonna figure out how to get past all that one of these days with a GoPro or something. Let's get this folded over and let's see what it looks like. And then we'll glue up the other side. All right, once it sticks, it is stuck. Go around your edges really good. And then let's trim this off. Let's see what we got. All right, I got one side done. Let's get this side glued up. Okay, now we've got it roughly cut out. Got the other one glued up, or half of it's glued up, and we're waiting on it to tack up so we can fold it over. But while we're doing that, we're gonna get started on this one. Now I have got an 80 grit, 3-inch, halfway used up Rolock disc. I'm gonna sand down the edges. We're gonna roll them over just a little bit so they won't be as stiff. It'll give it a little contour. All right, so you get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm gonna finish this off camera and kind of show you what it's gonna look like. All right, for the next step, before we foam this thing back up, we're going to take some fairly thick cardboard, not corrugated cardboard, but just the like the outside layer would be. We're going to make a pouch that the visor will actually be in. So what I did, I traced it out, and then I gave myself some about a half-inch allowance all the way around it. That way we'll be able to sew up the new visor after we get the upholstery applied. So now we're going to get some headliner material, which is just a very thin foam that's got a sewable backing to it. We're going to apply that to the cardboard, and then we're going to cut a pattern out with our upholstery to go over that. So let's get started. After these tack up, we'll adhere them together, and then we'll do the other side, and then we're ready to start covering the cardboard pattern that we made of the visor. All right, so now that I've got this tacked together, I trimmed away the foam that would have overlapped the cardboard because it would have bunched up. Now I'm going to pie cut the edges so that they'll fold over wrinkle free, and then we'll glue the piece of cardboard lightly against the headliner foam, and then we'll start folding the edges over and cover this little pocket that we made for the sun visor. So let's get started, see what we can do. All right, so this is what it looks like getting ready to be glued up. Waiting on this to tack up, contact cement, so when it is applied to the other side, when we fold it over, it will be stuck for life. There won't be getting it up. So that side's already stuck. You can see the edges where the foam is. That little bit of foam's not gonna matter. You'll see what it looks like when we get done, and wait on it to dry. All right, so after your glue is ready, carefully fold your edges over. Remember, this is thin cardboard, so you can manipulate it and make it go where you don't want it to go. You're not trying to move the cardboard. You're just getting it firm and tight up against the edges. When you get to the corners, I like to start kind of in the middle. Just pull it up just a little bit. So here we go, we've got our envelope made. And we've got the other pieces foamed up that you saw. They're upstairs by the sewing machine. So let's carry this upstairs and fold it over, see if it's a good fit, and sew it up. Yeah, slow your machine down as slow as you can get it. So be careful. All right, so here you go. Just got through sewing up sun visor. And I already sewed up the first one. This is the second one. So time to install. Let's go see what it looks like.